Yes, children. So finally, we understood that, they made the French as a common language in the entire nation. Okay. See, the next one it is the revolutionaries further declared that it was the mission and the destiny of the French nation to liberate the peoples of Europe from despotism. In other words, to help the people of Europe to become, to become the nations. So that is what, as I told you people in the earlier. Okay. So here in the French revolutionaries, what they were thinking to become the India's, French as a nation, and to liberate the other European countries also to make its independent nation and to overcome with the despotism, that means the absolute power or the cruelty, okay, or the kind of, the dictatorship, or the absolute kind of power. So they wanted to overcome or free the people from that despotism, and they wanted to free the people or liberate the people of entire Europe. Okay, that is what, as I told you people, in this entire chapter we'll be seeing about how the European, the continent nations became independent or became the nations, because earlier we didn't have any the separate nations. They were like a provinces, they were like a the dynasties. But later this revolutionaries, the plan to free the entire or liberate the entire European nations. Okay, see here. When the news of the events in France reached the different cities of Europe, students and other members of educated middle classes began setting up Jacobin clubs. So guys, do you guys remember about the political clubs which has been started in France? You guys remember, right? Yes. So Jacobin club is one of the successful club out of those. Okay, the many political clubs, they started to fight against that, and this Jacobin club was one of the successful one. Okay, who was the leader of this? Maximilien Robespierre. Do you guys remember Robespierre? Yes. So the time period of his administration was known as Reign of Terror. Do you guys remember at least that? Yes. So finally what happened? When this ideas of making freeing the entire the nations of the Europe, this idea of the revolutionary started to spread over the the many places, different cities of the Europe. Okay, so finally the students and other members of the educated middle class, so as I told you people, the third estate people, they started to set up this political clubs. So in that political clubs, the Jacobin club is one of the successful one. Okay, see, their activities and campaigns prepared the way for the French armies which moved into Holland, Belgium, Switzerland, and much of Italy in 1790s. So finally what happened? They started to campaign that. They started to spread the idea of this nationalism in the entire Europe. Okay, so to have that one, they started to send or prepare the way for French armies. Okay, they started to move into Holland, Belgium, Switzerland, and the many parts of the Italy, all those countries in the year of 1790s. Okay, hope you guys are understanding, right, how this French Revolution happened. Okay, yes. See, with the outbreak of revolutionary wars, the French armies began to carry the idea of nationalism abroad. So not only within the France, this idea of nationalism started to spread abroad also. That means even some other countries of the Europe. So outbreak of this revolutionary wars. So what were the outbreak? They started to do some revolutionary wars within the country. So that is the reason the French armies began to carry this idea, this revolutionarism or the revolutionary ideas to other countries also, not only within the France, even to the other countries of the the world. Within the wide swathe of territory that came under his control, that is, Napoleon set about introducing many of the reforms that he had already introduced in France. Okay, children, we have seen till only, we glanced only till the constitutional monarchy. So after the constitutional monarchy, as I told you people, Jacobin club took the entire power of this country, about the France. Okay, that period will called as a reign of terror. That time they abolished this constitutional monarchy and they adopted the republic nation. But the Robespierre administration was not that much good, because it was very harsh. With the name of equality, he started to torture the people. So that is the reason the many people abolished or opposed his administration, and finally once the Robespierre administration gone, the administration or the power came with the hands of prosperous middle class people. Okay, the prosperous middle class people, the prosperous people of the society. So finally what happened after the prosperous people, they took the power, they started with the directories. That means they had the executives in each the group, and those executives were working. But when they had the many people, 5 in each group, there were 2 groups, 5 in each the assembly. So finally what happened that time, they had a controversy among themselves. Finally even that directory came to an end due to this political instability. Guys, you people are understanding, right? Due to the political instability, the Napoleon took over the control of the entire France. Okay, finally Napoleon, how Napoleon came to power, you have to understand. The republic was there. Later middle class people, the prosperous people took the entire power, and then later due to the political instability, yes, finally Napoleon took over the power. Okay, so the Napoleon started to introduce the many reforms. So beginning, when he came to power, the people started to see him like a reformer. Okay, they started to see him like a he has come to change the world. So they started to look him like a the very good administrator. But see here, through a return to monarchy, Napoleon had no doubt destroyed democracy in France, but in the administrative field, he had incorporated revolutionary principles in order to make the whole system more rational and efficient. So finally, beginning, the people started to look him like a reformer. He has come to change the the world. But very soon, he also became like a monarchy or like a dictator. Okay, and of course, as we know that when the king is he's a monarchy, the absolute power is with a single hand. Of course, what happened, they will destroy the democracy. So finally he also destroyed the democracy, and in administrative field he had incorporated revolutionary, some the very different kinds of changes, principles he has involved in order to make the whole system more rational and efficient, to make it more efficient and more rational. Okay, so that time what happened, this the Napoleon took over the entire power in France, in the he himself declared as a king in the year of 1804. Very soon he started to attack the neighboring countries. Okay, very soon he started to attack the neighboring countries, and he started to place his relatives in that particular dynasties. Okay, and those people, in that neighboring countries, the people were welcoming him because they were looking him like a reformer. He's going to bring some changes, but that did not happen because even he changed very soon to the monarchy. See here. The Civil Code of 1804, usually known as the Napoleonic Code, did away with all privileges based on birth, established equality before the law, and secured the right to property. So, if we start seeing only the negatives of Napoleon, there are so many negatives. But along with that, we can see some positive sides of his administration. He has reformed many things. Okay, because earlier in the France, the privileges by birth to the first two estates were there. Third estate were neglected, and there was no right to property was there. Okay, and there was no equality among the people. So finally, he started with the Civil Code of 1804. In that Napoleonic Code, they involved that the privileges based on the birth has to be abolished, and he established the equality before the law. Everyone were equal among before the law, and he has secured the right to property. Everyone who has the caliber to purchase, everyone can have their right to have a property. Okay, see, this code was exported to the regions under French control, not only in the France and the other regions where he was had the control over the other countries. Even there also he has established that. See, in the Dutch Republic, in Switzerland, in Italy and Germany, Napoleon simplified administrative divisions, abolished the feudal system, and freed peasants from serfdom and the manorial dues. So finally what happened? Not only in France, he was as I told you, people even the neighboring countries he was controlling the Europe. Okay, even those countries he simplified the administrative divisions. Okay, and he abolished the feudal system. Do you guys remember what do you mean by feudal system? Yes, the same thing we have studied in the French Revolution, when we were dividing the third estate people. Yes or no? So how they used to have the power are the land owned. Okay, so that feudal system also he has abolished, and he freed the peasants from the serfdom and even the manorial dues, even how the like a slaveries. So that system also has been abolished. Okay, see here. In the towns too, the guild restrictions were removed, and whatever the restrictions they had, even that was removed, and the transport and communication systems were improved. So he started to improve even the transportation and communication systems also. Okay, so as I told you, people, children, coming to the negative part of his administration was also there, but coming to the positivity, we can see lot of reforms. Okay, see, peasants and artisans, workers and new businessmen were enjoyed a newfound freedom, because earlier the merchants and all, they were struggling because they did not have any kind of uniform measures, weights, everything. So finally, when they started to get all those things, they started to enjoy and they became free. See here, businessmen and small scale producers of goods in particular began to realize that uniform laws, standardized weights and measures, and a common national currency would facilitate the movement of the exchange of the goods and capital in the one region to another. So finally they started to see the equality among themselves. Okay, see here. However, in the areas conquered, the reactions of the local populations to the French rule were mixed. Of course, as we know, every time the mixed opinion will be there. Okay, and then as I told you, people, many in many places such as Holland and all, the Switzerland, as well as in many the places, they were welcoming his army, the Napoleon army, like with the they were seeing him like a liberty, they are going to free them, but that did not happen. Okay, see, but the initial enthusiasm soon turned to hostility. So that did not happen later. Okay.